Hello and welcome to Saguaro Spotlight. I'm Garna Mejia, and joining us today is Professor George Muncaster from the Math and Sciences Division at Scottsdale Community College. Thank you for being with us today, Professor.
Glad to be here, Garna.
It is so fun. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started or how you became interested in astronomy?
Sure, I was well on my way to biology and chemistry career, but my dad brought home a telescope when I was about 12 years old, and it changed me completely. I got hooked.
That was it for you?
That was it.
That's when you knew that that's what you wanted to do forever?
Absolutely right.
Now, how long have you been teaching astronomy?
I've been teaching astronomy here in the Community College District for about 11 years, 10 years here at Scottsdale Community College.
Okay, that's wonderful. So this is literally kind of home to you.
That's right.
Professor Muncaster, I know that there's been some really fun things that have happened this year in the heavens with regards to astronomy. Can you tell us a little bit about what they've been?
Sure. 2014 has been a great year for astronomy. We here in Arizona had a lunar eclipse in April, a solar eclipse in October. We're going to have a really nice meteor shower in December.
Is there a reason why we've had, more activity this year, or is it just kind of everything lined up and just coincided?
It just lined up. We had two lunar eclipses. One was weathered out in early October, but it depends on the alignment of the moon and the sun. And that's astronomy for you.
That is so neat. What is the difference between a lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse, aside from, when you watch at night and when you watch during the day?
That's a good point. The solar eclipse means that the sun gets shadowed by the moon in the sky.
Okay.
So it only happens in the daytime. And
so that means the moon is between the Earth and the sun?
The moon is between the Earth and the sun.
Okay.
The lunar eclipse means that the moon gets shadowed in the sky, and actually the moon runs into the Earth's shadow. So the Earth is between the sun and the moon.
How fun is that? I know we've got a little bit of footage that we're actually going to be showing right after the commercial break, where you guys kind of set up from the division and students were able to just stop by on their way.
Sure.
And okay.
In late October we had a solar eclipse, and it was a Thursday afternoon. We got out our telescopes, and the students and the whole college population could come look.
Very neat. So when we get back, we're going to take a look at some of that footage and learn a little bit more about solar eclipses. So stay with us and we'll see you soon. At my age I do either.
No, I'm saying my agent.
Welcome back to Saguaro Spotlight. Again, joining us today is Professor Muncaster, and we're talking astronomy in the heavens. Professor Muncaster, we were just talking before the break that your students, or just SEC students, had a chance to stop by and see the solar eclipse when you guys had set it up.
We had a Thursday afternoon, middle of the afternoon solar eclipse, and we set up telescopes so the community could come
And we have
view.
some footage of it, so let's take a look at it. Professor Muncaster, okay, so...
Now there's my colleague, Professor Steve Mutz, and he brought afternoon telescopes out, and students lined up and took a look. We're safely viewing the sun through solar filters on the front of our telescopes.
Now, now at the beginning of the clip, he was holding 2 note cards. What do those do?
Well, if you can view the sun through safely projected on a index card, that's something available to everyone, whereas not everybody has telescopes.
And again, you want to be viewing it through something, you know, almost like a third party. You don't want to directly look at the sun.
You do not want to look at the
eclipse.
sun, so these telescopes are equipped with a filter that blocks all the harmful radiation. And even a cell phone camera was excellent for taking photos. And I think we saw a picture earlier where the sun was projected very large on the screen of the cell phone.
How cool is that? I mean, I don't know. I think that'd be like a really unique cover for your, you know, social media or your phone to be able to have, you know, this solar eclipse taking place.
Exactly, and it did.
Professor Muncaster, also this year we have a meteor shower coming up in December. Can you tell us a little bit about what meteor showers are and how they're related to comets?
Sure. Earlier this year, the European Space Agency put a spacecraft in orbit around a comet, Comet 67.
Okay.
And they also detached a lander that went down and landed on the face of the comet. And as the comet moves in toward the Earth, it's now far out toward Jupiter. As it moves in closer to the sun, it'll be about as far away from the sun as Earth is.
Now, comets are made out of just frozen matter?
Frozen, they've been likened to dirty snowballs, a lot of water in the comet, and a lot of dust.
Where do they come from?
They come from the outer solar system. They're the most primitive objects that we have a chance of observing from here on Earth. And when the comet gets close to the sun, it develops a tail.
Okay.
Well, if the Earth in its orbit happens to run through a comet's tail, we'll see meteor streaks in the sky at night. And so in December, we're going to go through a comet's tail.
And so those meteor streaks, are they kind of like rocks or things hitting our atmosphere and, you know, the atmosphere kind of rejecting them? Is that the spark of light that we see, I guess?
Absolutely. They burn up in the Earth's atmosphere and for a brief moment have a very bright streak. And the bigger the piece of...
As they're burning up?
The bigger the piece, the larger, the brighter the meteor. So on the night of the 12th of December and the night of the 13th of December, if you go outside about 9:30 to about 1 o'clock in the morning, looking east, you should see a number of meteors coming from the constellation of Gemini. So it's called the Geminid meteor shower.
Well, how neat is that? And it's going to be going on, so from that night all throughout the next day, but we won't be able to see it in our hemisphere.
We won't be able to see it when it's daytime for us. It'll be dark for another part of the Earth.
Okay, and the Earth will still be going through the tail of that comet into the night, and so they can...
That's right. The bulk of the meteors are going to be visible for 2 evenings here in America, and the day on the other side of the Earth, or the evening the other side of the Earth, while it's daytime here.
How neat is that? Well, you know, I know we're running out of time, but Professor Muncaster, if students are interested in learning more about astronomy, what can they do? Can they sign up for a course?
Yes, at Scottsdale Community College we have day and evening astronomy classes, and we cover the general subject of astronomy. We also have special
So there's
classes.
something for everyone.
Something for everyone. Solar system astronomy, stars and galaxies.
Now, also, I know we have the website up on screen, or we just had it, and that's a NASA website where people can go if they want to learn more about meteor showers.
Especially the one in December. You can go to that webpage and find a meteor shower almost every month, but the best one's in December.
And you cover that also in class, so you know students can learn about it more when they take an astronomy course.
You bet.
That is wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for being with us, Professor Muncaster. We will see you guys next time with another episode of Saguaro Spotlight. I'm Garna Mejia.